Hey everyone, it's James at Eurevo with our February 2022 Manhattan Market Update, and we're seeing a continuation of the trends that we've seen for the last couple of months. Starting with demand, we were basically flat the first 2 months of the year. February we were up 5%, which is very strong considering that we were at record levels of demand, and we also have much lower inventory versus last year. We'll get to that in a second. But if you look at the contract signed by month, you can see here basically just mirroring last year's numbers, which is very strong. The high end continues to be the strongest part of the market by far. You can see we're kind of up and down at the lower price points, but just consistently much higher across the board on the high end. On the inventory, we saw a slight uptick in February compared to January. We were up 2%, and that's actually right in line with what we would normally expect this time of year. The issue is going to continue to be that year-over-year decline. So we were down 28% versus February of 2021. So you can see this gap here, that's going to constrain sales activity going forward because we don't have as much stuff to sell, so we're going to sell less of it. That's also going to push up pricing, which we'll get to in a second. You can see the story is basically the same across the board. We're down that 30-ish% regardless of which price point you're looking at. And so the pressure, I know interest rates have gone up quite a bit. It's actually not getting much airtime for the buyers, with the buyers that we're working with. I think a lot of people are just focused on finding the right place, and if it pops up, they're going to act. So higher rates haven't really deterred our buyers. We're not hearing much about it deterring other buyers in the market. So I'm not expecting that to dampen demand at all, at least at current levels. So with tight supply comes higher prices. It's as simple as that. And so what I did is I looked at the months of supply. So this is basically how many months of current demand would it take to absorb the current inventory. So the lower that is, the less supply there is. And the more of a seller's market that is. So you can see here, all last year, this is because of COVID, there was basically no sales, so we just cut that off. But you can see all last year, we were at low levels, and we continue to go lower. And then, no surprise, if we look at that by price point, we're hit or miss on the lower price points, but the high end consistently much tighter going forward. So particularly if you're in that higher end, that $2 to $5 million price bucket, if you find something that you like, you really can't mess around. You have to bid quickly. You have to bid aggressively. It's a very tight market at the higher end. But all these numbers, we can slice and dice them however you want. So let us know if you'd like that data. We're happy to do so for you. We're happy to help you with your search. Happy to get you a commission rebate and answer any questions you have. You can always reach us at info@eurevo.com, and we'll see you next month. Thanks a lot. Bye.